Hello, it has been a minute. This is going to be more of a talking video. I am going to have a choose challenges. Wait, what did I miss? Well, that's new. Anyway, so this is going to be more of a talking video. I'm going to be starting a kind of a new beginner guide series. I was doing the solo to 100 series for beginners, kind of to show people that like you can play any class really on in your beginning days alone to kind of get yourself up, get yourself off the ground, and get some fairly fast leveling done in PvE. I started with the Foggernaut series, and the way I was doing that was I ended up like kind of talking over some gameplay, and then once I was done talking about what I was going to do in the game, or in the fight, like fight mechanics, I just played some music, let the rest of the fight kind of play over. And then, oh, this is actually kind of getting annoying for speedruns, but so I was kind of doing that, and then it kind of felt like the videos dragged on and were just boring. So then I tried with a Sedita to 100 series. I tried to do sped up battles, just background music, and then I put the like how to do the fight mechanics and such in the description. So long paragraphs of what to do and how to do it and all that. Most people don't come to YouTube to read a novel, so that wasn't really going to work for me in the end. And then on top, okay, you're dead. On top of that, we had you can't really learn anything if everything's sped up super fast, and I couldn't play them just normal speed because just putting like 3 songs together with one long video is just, again, boring, tiresome. So I've decided, and through learning on those 2 series, that I'm going to change things up a bit, and I'm going to do a complete dungeon guide series. The big difference between this one and the other ones is I will not be limiting myself to class, I will not be limiting myself to solo, and I will not be limiting myself to level. I'm going to try and keep my character close to the level of the dungeon if it's feasible, and I'm going to do probably most of the videos on the Sack group because I have actually not played Sack groups that much. So I figured this would be a fun one to kind of learn on while doing the videos. He also has a lot of tools that can be useful for a lot of different situations. I'm specifically going agility because of Automized Arc, because I need methods to lock him down. Gorlo the Terrible, or whatever his name is. But yeah, this series is going to be more so... It's going to be a lot more based on just showing mechanics. I'm going to do it this streamer style, where I'm going to have my camera on. I'll be saying what I'm doing for mechanics and such, kind of as I'm doing them. They will be longer videos. Hopefully they'll be a little more entertaining, because I'm going to be actively reacting to what I'm doing and speaking about what's going on. But yeah, hopefully this turns out to be a lot better than the other ones. In addition to that, my channel is primarily for beginning players, and it's been like that since day one. Was kind of my goal. I want to bring more players in. I want to make it easier for new players to get into the game, because I really enjoy the game, but I feel like the English community is kind of neglected on that aspect. So my goal with this video, my goal with all these videos is just to help beginners out. To that end, I feel like I'm actually running out of ideas for beginner videos. Things that... I haven't been a beginner in this game in 15 years. So the way I'm looking at it is probably not the same as a beginner would look at it. So if there are any like new actual like full-on beginners here, or maybe even some more experienced people that have some ideas, I would love to hear about them in the comments, because this may be my last beginner series. Otherwise, I do eventually want to unlock all the sidekicks and do like a guide series on how the sidekicks work. But until I get to that point, it's going to kind of be, it's just going to be these dungeon guides, and then I don't know. So if you have any ideas for any other like good beginner videos to release or things the beginners might want to know about, go and leave them in the comments, and I always reply to all my comments. So it'd be nice to hear from other people what they want to see. So that's the end of the introduction for the beginner guide thing. This part is going to be all about Kardorim's Crypt. I decided to combine these two because of the fact that this is the Kardorim dungeon. You could solo it at level 10 with nothing. I'm scrolled because I always scroll my characters. But you can solo this pretty easily. The challenges you may not be able to solo pretty easily. Actually, now that I think about it, do I even get the boss challenges? Or whatever. I assume I do. I'm guessing they just changed the basic challenges. But yeah. The boss challenges for this, if I remember correctly, are zombie and kill Kardorim first. So, I always start here, and what he's going to do is he's going to summon his stupid little boar thing when it's his turn. Well, that's not going to happen. Oh, they even changed the color of these. That's cool. Yeah. Don't tickle my ribs. Must never finish his turn adjacent to a fighter. Kardorim must not suffer damage or be put... Oh, there's another achievement. That's cool. This is a perfect time for me to start this series. What? Okay, so I'm going to do zombie in first for now. I'll do a separate run and just do this on my own. Because zombie is going to be nigh impossible with the don't tickle my ribs one. At least for my class. If I was like, oh, maybe not. So usually I had killed a rib. And then I get closer to Kardorim and kill Kardorim. But it looks like they actually gave me the perfect position to avoid the rib. Okay, so since I'm a Jilly build, he's kind of stuck with me. That is kind of an issue. I do not believe I have a way to hit around the rib. Okay, so maybe it is doomed on that aspect. So, okay. Kill a rib. Ah, well. It is what it is. But, so, typically you kill the rib, and then you hard focus Kardorim, and then the rest of the fight's a piece of cake. I probably shouldn't have mutilated myself as much as I did. But it should still be fine. The archer is going to be, or the scout's going to be like, it'll be a slight issue to get to later on. But it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so we'll do that. Force him to kind of walk towards me. Okay, and this is why I said he might be a slight issue, but he won't be too difficult because he walked up. So now I can pull him and lock him. Whenever you're fighting the archer, to keep doing zombie, what you want to do is you want to hide behind this wall here in a way that forces the archer to check around it to actually deal you damage. See, as I said, not difficult. Really wish I could have done that new one, but I can do that in a separate run. Actually, since I went into the dungeon after weekly reset, I believe I can just run it again real quick now. Oh well, either way. So yeah, this is my new idea for the new dungeon guide series. I'm going to hit every single dungeon in the game. So this series will not be done until every single dungeon is finished. If new dungeons come out, I'll make a new character, get it to the level of the dungeon, and I'll create a guide for that one as well. It gives me a way to kind of keep up with new content without ignoring old content. If a dungeon gets changed, like Beowulf did, then I'll release like an updated video for it. And then I'll take the update tag off it eventually. Maybe I'll delete the old one. I haven't decided. I'll probably delete the old one. There's no need to have an outdated guide. Anyway, let me know what you think of this series. Let me know if you have any ideas for any other series. And I will see you next time.
you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah.